Hello everybody, doing another video here. This one's going to be a little bit different than some of my previous ones. Not doing an ECQ list today. I'm actually going to be doing a list that was sent to me by Ilyak, a notable deck builder slash player of Eternal. I'm sure you're all familiar with him and his various ranting and ravings in the social places. So, but he said this is a deck that he's been having some amount of success with, wanted me to try it out. So I thought, what better way to do it, on video like this, give my genuine impressions, sort of what's going on in the deck and how it works out. So you're probably already noticing, looking at the list right now, right up above me, if you were confused. But yeah, it is a sort of blend of Rakano and the Huru decks. I would describe it. God, this. I mean, I guess I can find if I find an undepleted power here, like a banner even, this hand is pretty decent. But the problem with a deck like this is that you get a little bit of sort of disconnected game plans that are sort of forced to fit together. I think I just need power. I'm just thinking about that one because it's a good card, especially with the helm, of course. But it's just like I really need an extra power to to function properly, particularly the undepleted one. Banner of Cunning is actually really bad for me because if they have a actually I guess I'm going to be able to play if I get up undepleted power still here, I'm in pretty good shape. My big concern is the Var's Favor that I am sort of expecting to be a card. Yeah, this is problems. I mean, you're already noticing a bit of a problem with the power count. I don't know if this is going to be like a normal thing for this deck, or whether this is just a particular run, like this particular game kind of thing. I mean, it is something that in general with a 3-faction deck, you're going to run into some amount of issues with power, though. So this is kind of the nature of the beast in that respect. My opponent is really thinking very hard about this. Fine. Not excited about it, but fine. Could have been worse. Could have been a Varus Saber. That would have been pretty shitty. Yeah, going to sacrifice, or going to pump her up, feed her, vanquish, attack. Have not found the third power yet. Don't have any additional power in the market. In cold blood. Fine. Not that big of a loss. Well, here's something. I think I'm going to send back the... Actually, I should send back the Shelter Wing Rider. They have so many ping effects, and I also am worried that I'm not going to hit my second primal anytime soon. Definitely not the Palace. Even the Champion of Fury isn't great because neither half is activated. It's just a 2/2. I think it's Display of Honor. None of these are great here, though. So I'm already seeing some issues with the deck that I'm not exactly excited about. Don't know what to make of all of these. There's not really very many ways to... It depends on the version of the deck, I think. Actually, that just adds 2 damage. If I put it on her, it adds 3 damage. This technically plays into Annihilate kind of badly. I'm expecting just a Wisdom of the Elders, though. Oof, right, Clan Tactics. Forgot about that one. That is a good card in that situation. Now, I do have them down to team, there's a world in which I can punk them out of the game with a combination of Display of Honor and my merchant. I think this is, I'm pretty sure this is right. God, if they don't play a removal spell here, and I'm able to win this game off of doing basically nothing all game, I'm going to be pretty impressed. I have no idea what they're getting. There are a lot of ways to set up lethal from here. I really have no idea what they have in their hand, what they have in their market. Most of the Fel decks that I've been seeing recently are playing a shadow market. So this makes it particularly confusing to me. This is annoying. I do get to kill her, though. I'm actually just not going to do anything here in terms of the market stuff. I plan to use Levitate plus Display of Honor to win the game because I just think that that's my only real bet that makes any sense for me to actually win from here. These savageries are really annoying. You don't think anything would have helped me here. Well, I get to do this. I'm kind of both behind on the race still, though, which is a problem. Yep. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 damage. Should be able to set it over 2 turns, but that's a long time. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I'm going to have to use the Display of Honor on her to turn her into a goat. Don't look like they have the power here, because they would just jam it, right? Yeah. They have 8 damage on board. It's going to cycle. I have to do this and hope to find a couple extra damage. I'm short 2 right now. +2/+2. Enjoy your 2 goats. Come on, Torch. Concede. I mean, this is also part of the fact that like this is not a deck that has a lot of burn-ish type effects. Like I don't have the like a finest hours. I don't have a lot of burn. And it's, I mean, if I had just drawn a merchant there, that would have been good enough. But obviously didn't hit it. I mean, did well considering the fact that my draw was abysmal in the early game. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, it's a functional hand at the very least. So like, I don't know. This is not a good hand, and I just don't want to go to 6, especially on the play. There's just so few cards to deal with. I also guessed that Stormblast was on Xenon. Stormblast made like a top 8 with a Xenon deck, etc. Like he seems to really enjoy the archetype, and having access to the torch seemed good because I'm not that worried about Teacher, but it's still a card worth being a little bit concerned about. I think I should grab Primal. I'm likely going to hold my second Ixtun Carbogo for the purposes of trying to send it back to the market. Frustrating. I don't really have a choice here. I mean, I could kill my Hojon, of course, but that's not a realistic choice. I don't exactly know why I'm doing this. I'm just kind of playing out cards. I'm really just want to get a pressure onto the board, actually, because I'm worried about the Scorpions coming out and just totally stopping my ground forces. I'm tempted to get rid of my torch. And maybe grab Palace? I'm pretty convinced this is a mistake for them to not play it out on the... I guess I could have also done Howling Peak. This is hard. Because I want both of these cards. Yeah, I'm just going to play this. That was a very hard decision because I mean, killing the 2/4 was kind of nice, gets the Highland sharpshooter active, but I just don't think that that's necessarily what the game is about. Maybe they just have another Scorpion. Sure. I also don't know why they're banishing there. Oh right, of course. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that was sucked. Curse Prophet. Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point, I just have to go aggro. I feel. No more interactive spells, please. Ouch. Well, hopefully they're forced to give me something that's good. I do not care. about the Amarn Stinger, because like at this point all of my aggro is going to be in the sky. I kind of have to finish the job with the Valkyrie Enforcer. Oh god, please no. Yeah, well, I mean, this is what happens when people are playing Scorpions. Like, you just can't play decks like this. I mean, I don't know. I'm just dead. I don't know how I win here. I guess I should have played out the last couple turns. I don't really know this deck well enough to know what it can and cannot do. But it felt like that position was very unwinnable. I guess it would have to be like Shelter Wing Rider that was unanswered into kind of anything that gave extra damage could have done it. But I know like that was a bit of a long shot, but I probably should have stuck around for it. It was just a frustrating game because like they just felt like they had all the answers. Can't say this deck is impressing me yet. Yes, this is probably the strongest keep I've had yet. On the draw is not where I would have preferred to get it, but it's fine. I'm planning to go Dip Seal. Oh, I'm worried about my units dying, though. I guess they're on a pledge. They are on a pledge deck, and they probably pledged turn 1. Now, this is kind of a long shot. I feel like I have to do this, though. I want to be able to play out the Howling Peak Smuggler. Oh, this is actually okay, then. Because I am going to be able to now grab the Champion of Fury. Oh, that's actually kind of okay, too. Because now I can kill a Scorpion if that's where things go. This was also with Berserka's decent, too. But yeah, I really want to get the Berserk Champion of Fury, because it's just so much damage. Pairing it with Levitate is probably going to be necessary too. All of these fucking stingers today. Did somebody just post this deck? I guess maybe this came from the ETS yesterday that I didn't actually watch. I shall probably put the Warhelm on the Shelter Wing Rider. Guess not. Yeah, let's do this. This is disgusting. I wonder if they get both Berserk and Reckless through this. Yes, they do. I believe that they do. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I think that this is my best chance for winning this game. But like, I mean, like that's pretty insane. Wait, did they get the bonus twice because they had Berserk? Oh, I really want to see this now. That's so funny. There's still a chance that whatever it is that I got. Ha! Is that good? Is this good, guys? I cannot tell. I can actually do the following. That's so funny. Bottom, attack, attack again. Well, at least we have one good, moment, one good highlight moment with this deck. Not sure how it's going to do with the rest of the run, but at the very least, the combination now we've learned of the Dusk Rider plus the Highland Sharpshooter is a decent combo right there. That was hilarious. Oh geez, good stuff. Good shit. How much damage was that? Like infinite, right? That would have been a one-turn kill. That would have been a one-turn kill. Because that's it was 12-8. So it would have gone through. Yeah, that was a one-turn kill worth of damage. There. Oh man. Because they block the first one, but then like my other two shitters get in, and then the second hit is for 24. Oh goddamn, that was good. Good shit. There's a combo of all the things: the charge, berserk, double damage, all good things. All good things, as Olaf would say. That was game number 3. We're so far 1 and 2. This deck so far feels to me like a high rolly kind of deck. Like the power definitely seems really clunky. If you've been following carefully here, you've been seeing that I've been redrawing a lot. So these are all things that I find spooky about this deck. I'm basically going to keep any threat here. I think that I just need cards that are like meaningful and impactful. That's kind of like Warhelm is like a great like synergy combo card, but it's not like a card by itself, right? So you can't really keep it in these sorts of situations in my mind. I also am going to be grabbing the Champion of Fury. Here, I can send back one of my Justice Sigils. If they play something, yeah, like a Sarso, here I can just Vanquish plus Champion of Fury. It's a pretty good turn. Can't really block either of them with their Aurelian Merchant. Now, we can get hit by Heart of the Vault. They need to have the banner or a seat in order to get the correct influence requirements there. So it wasn't that likely to get hit by the Heart of the Vault, but it's still pretty decent chance of that happening to me next turn. I mean, this is still even a problem just to getting to the Titan. I need another Vanquish, basically. Hey, another Vanquish. I'm actually going to play this out. At this point in the game, we're very close to just racing for damage versus their blockers. Like they're going to be able to set up a pretty serious board state over the next like turn or two. So I just want to keep them off of something like Heart of the Vault for one turn. Now, this is a card that, given the current structure, so they did not grab anything from the market. Fascinating. So they have a fast spell, Equivocate, Torch, the like. Me playing that out this turn, probably no matter what. Oh, it could be worse. That's a decent card. So I'm going to get hit by Heart of the Vault this turn. I think is very, very likely. Oh, they just give up. I wonder what they had in their hand. Maybe it was the peak? Not sure. Close one, though. Close one. We did make it. So, last game. We're 2-2. See if this deck can make its way all the way to a redemption. This has got to be a keep. I have... If Dusk Raider is unanswered, I think that there's just like a world of difference in what this deck does. Yeah, I play this. Sure. I don't think this is a great Highland Sharpshooter deck, to be honest. By the way, you've probably been hearing some random nonsense from upstairs over the course of the video, little bits and like bumps and stuff like that. That is my feral child being a silly goose, as he wants to do. I'll try to edit some of that out, but, you know, there's only so much you can do. That's problems. At least I have a follow-up play. And I will be able to play at the Shelter Wing Rider no matter what next turn. So that, because like your mana is pretty dependent on having units in play because you're a banner-based power base. Kind of happy that they spent the silence there as opposed to on something else that actually mattered. I am planning to block the 2/2 now. This is a pretty obvious block the Shelter Wing Rider on the 4/4, etc. This is very clearly going to be grabbing me a Koravat Callus, rather. Now, if they have no interaction for my 0/5, I'm in very good shape. If they kill it, then I'm sort of in trouble. I guess I can follow up with another one. What I'm actually worried about probably the most is a second Vara, or maybe Dark Return plus Vara. That would be kind of a bitch. Taking their time, which doesn't surprise me. This is clearly a game that is going a little bit unusual. Hoping that they weren't going to do that one. But not that surprising, given the fact that they should read the fact that I have the castle in hand. Sure. I'm going to keep the Vanquish around for a Vara. I don't believe that they have a pump spell, because if they had one, I feel like they would have first have attacked into my 0/5 to try and trade it for it. I actually almost feel like that would have been a better turn to just silence my 0/5 rather than just like the 2/2. I mean, the 2/2 is nice, but it's not super important. No idea what they're grabbing here. What would be a good grab in this situation? Vanquish? Vanquisher's Blade? A 6-drop. Possibly. You've got to be kidding. I mean, I don't see why I would kid about that. I also don't think that this should be that big of a deal for them. Like, there should be ways for them to solve this problem. Oh, fucking resolves. They just concede? You gotta be kidding. Like, you were still in the game, guy. I mean, whatever. Sure, I'll take it. Okay, so overall, we did get a 3-2 with this deck. I feel like our opponent in the last game played a little bit loose, which happens. But the deck did better than I thought it would by a little bit. I would guess you'd say that it really has like polarized draws. Like the power base is a little bit shaky. It's kind of an inconsistent deck. It's going to do some goofy things every now and then. Like we saw that 12-8 double damage charge unit like pretty early in the game. Like that kind of bullshit can happen, and it's sweet. But just don't rely on that kind of coming together every game. Like some games, you're just gonna shit your pants and sit there and wait for death. And so, as long as you're willing to embrace that kind of variance, then this is a deck that I think will be fun and interesting that you could try out between now and when the balance changes go live. Which I don't know exactly what's in there yet. Maybe by the time that you see this, it is actually live. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining us. Interesting take on FJP Blitz, and I'll talk to y'all later.